Welcome to the Boise State Esports Arena. Tonight, you're joining us for Mountain West Valorant as Boise State is ready to go up against Colorado State. The Broncos versus the Rams here tonight. No, it's not an NFL game. It's Mountain West Esports. We're ready to go in Valorant. I'm your host, Jacob Palmer, and I am joined by Greg Smith, who often joins us Wednesdays to commentate Valorant. Great to have you with us, Greg. We're getting to the game in Valorant. That's going to be to flank efficiently, spend and peek wisely, diminish their econ and loot, and don't trust the right click on the classic. That's Dal leaving us a special message. We've seen a lot of right click attempts on the classic. Your drop on in looks like we're going to be loading on into Icebox. Boise State going to be in the blue, whereas we have Colorado State in red. And it has been quite a while since I've seen a Sage be brought to the party.
Yes, it has. We were talking a little bit about res mechanics and how those work with the game since Clove is out and about. And it's nice and refreshing to see that Sage. I love the Sage energy with almost all of the util.
Us here, he's hovering over the ISO, but Boise State has been known to fake us out on these kind of picks before.
He can. He can tend to just wait for that Riot 0 and then click what he's feeling.
Yep.
There we go.
We knew it. See, they can't fool us. No. We've been at this a little bit too long. All right, here we go. Boise State versus Colorado State in the Mountain West. Colorado State currently sitting at 3-2 so far in the season, so they are a team with a winning record. We'll see if they can put a little bit of a dent in the Broncos win-loss record, because sometimes things can be a bit unpredictable. The first blood against Colorado State. Great start for the Broncos. Spike does get planted, however. Skies and Damio each picking up one. Gombi and Lettuce, though, making this competitive. It's now a 3v1 as they surround Colorado State and take the first round. They'll get the defuse Spike and the first little advantage in terms of credits.
Yeah, in order.
Look out for Damien, though. He's looking right down the center, lands the shot with the outlaw, lands a double, and Colorado State is down to just two. Their Jet trying to bring things back. Shot goes, tailwind to get on out of there. We also have a firefight between Lettuce and Rariana, and Rariana's going to win that now. It's just this Jet for Boise State to chase down. They moves right through around the corner and lands the shot, headshot against Lettuce. Colorado State still pushing up through B. Rariana rounding around yellow. Just a bit of a waiting game, see if anyone pushes too far over the side. They do indeed. Rariana landing a collateral, turns it into a triple. Boise State, can they even get the spike down? They do, so they'll get the credits for that at least, but they got a huge disadvantage. Lettuce landing two with the Sheriff. That's a respectable performance. Now it's 1-3. Boise State tries to surround. It's going a bit cheeky, though, trying to go for a knife. For a Siege, we'll say, nah, let's just claim the round when we can, get the defuse. Points in.
He's moving in.
We're going to see a great pinch play coming out from Boise State. Just going to peek out, though.
Yeah, the spike holder is still holding
very
back.
Stealthy-like. Moving in, Rariana, though, putting the pressure on them. Skies finds one with the pistol. Damio comes in with the double. And then the flanking motion from Rariana, putting even more pressure on them. Rariana, though, hanging out a bit farther in mid, but same idea, trying to watch this flank. Skies is also hanging out there with the op. Lands one against Rico. It's traded back, but Siege opens up a one-person advantage yet again. Two left from Colorado State. Nice headshot. Now we just have the Sage left. Question of if that Sage tries to use the red. Kind of a waiting game at this point. The crosshair placement and the one tap. Wow. Fire exchange, though. Opportunity for the Sage to actually win. Yes, Lettuce does find it. Gets a res off of it as well. This is still in the wheelhouse for Colorado. Skelesis has to put a stop to this right here because they got a plan. And set for on point.
Welcome to my world.
Viper's Pit used by Colorado State. Now this is a good amount of sight denial that they have. Gets spotted with
Skies drops in with the op.
With an op. Are you kidding me? Finds one with the classic. Now has picked up a Guardian. Pushing in and retaking a point.
Oh, he'll have to watch his right side here if he wants to get through this. I'll tell you one thing. He made it this far, trusting the right click on the classic. He's going to find it. A nice little spray on the control. The knives are coming for him, though. He's going to try to dodge. Oh, fakes out the tether. They're all going to be watching above. He grabbed both of them in a collateral. That was disgusting.
They won't have nothing to do with that long hallway. They're going to move back on over. But Damio also holding a nice sideline on A around the corner. Are they going to be able right through the grate? Can he pick them up? Crosshair placement landed. Headshot. Boise State has a double. Is Damio done? No, he's not. He's got a triple. Can he go for four? He can.
So they're going to expand on this space. They own all of yellow, and they might even get the plant off. Sure enough, Prestige going in for a default plant. And there is absolutely no attempt on his life while he does. They're just kind of waiting for backup to get here and make a full force attack from two sides. It is expected for Damio, though, and he takes care of half the team coming in, getting personal with that Marshall. Sure enough, as they're getting that reaching buys, they've got a little bit stronger guns than they usually should have for the second round, but they're relying on them. Goombi goes crazy from a distance with that Stinger. It is Stinger meta. Prestige going to take one with the Guardian, and it's down to the defuse. Disrespectful tap fire. Prestige is going to find it with the Sheriff down to the last second. It's 13-1 for the Broncos.
I was so scared when he missed that first headshot right there. All right, here we go. We're going to be moving on over to Bind, and I'm seeing a deadlock be hovered.
Well,
by Colorado State. Boise State going for something a bit more traditional. We have the Brim, we have the Rays, and a deadlock being brought out. This is the first time I am seeing a deadlock and actually get to cast the game. Yeah, Boise State, I don't know if it's really going to spook them out. However, they are more than comfortable on the Gecko pick, which they have brought out multiple times before.
Yeah, the Gecko pick is such a fun one. I mean, just look at all those little guys. Gonna try to toss Dizzy. Doesn't
Dizzy
exactly
out. They are able to take out, but there's been two from Colorado State playing them from behind, and they're gonna. Oh man, he's gonna have to stick it. Move around the corner, find one. Now it's just down to one, but he can overheal, and he'll land the headshot. Has just enough time to defuse, and
I feel like this is a rerun. I think I've seen this episode.
Yeah, Boise State has done that strategy multiple times, though, so I think they should at least be aware of it as Colorado State is trying to outdo them. Look at this, though. That's a wonderful angle held by the Rams.
Nice.
My opening State wasn't expecting it. Nice cleanup on the Stingers. They're going to bring Colorado State down to one, over toward two. Gets what you want to see against him. But the orbital strike, what a trap laid by Colorado State. Boise State manages to just escape. I thought
he's coming back online. He's ready for the re-hit Mace. He is going to find when Daimyo and Rariana take a couple out of mid-air. Some Mace still doing the dirty work. And Skelesis is going to send Thrash.
No, I can't hear you. Yeah, and they get the hit too. He's detained. They can find the knife against him and claim the first round back. Right,
Daimyo
against Boise State. Way too much screen time. Maite's moving away, trying to get out of there. But Boise State is in hot pursuit right now through Market, moving around the corner. Tries to catch them around the corner. Boise State still chasing. It's 2 against 1. And it's just for fun at this point because there's no way that spike can be defused. Boise State will win the round, and he'll jump into the spike detonation. But that will alert Boise State onto his position. They've spent the showstopper, moving on in. Claims A, just dead center on top of the Radianite crates. Rolling Thunder to try to take things back. Doesn't look like it hit too many of the Broncos. Man-A lands one, Rice lands another. Prestige bringing it back to 2.
Where strange side effects of the ult become the main advantage, especially with like the ISO ult.
Man, Skelis is landing one with his U-tip. They just managed to escape the orbital strike. Nice flick off to the side by Prestige. Now in elbow, here we go. Bringing out the Annihilation. Didn't look like it hit anyone from Boise State, however. That's huge.
We're going to call him back in the Poisons to send out a quick snake bite. And that snake bite really deterring men.
Yeah, it's just a time game at this point.
Yeah, it's tough.
One-way smoke as well.
Boise State just has all of their players up too.
And they pick up, leaving the Reyna to all lined up. Damio finds a triple, a quad, and is he going to be going after an ace too?
He wants
this is his opportunity. Oh yeah, I know he wants it. Boise State, will they let him have it is the question. He's going hunting, trying to find the last one.
Drops the Incinerator. He's going to play through the Incinerator.
Oh, next level Galaxy Brain.
He's going to drop the Guiding Light to try to get a little bit out. And the Annihilation comes through. And we're watching it from the inside. That's what the Cocoon looks like. They're being dragged
moving on up
towards
to heaven.
Skelesis trying to take some shots, but it's just not there. Goombi's going to get the kill. Oh, but he goes down to Rariana, actually. Daimyo finds one in the fire, man, and Rariana turns it around.
Doing a great job on the Reyna. And when you pick... Welcome to tonight's Mountain West Conference match. Tonight, we've got the Boise State Broncos going up against the Colorado State Rams. Here we go in the Mountain West match. we are getting close to the end of the regular season, so Boise State already in a lead, near undefeated so far in the current season, that they want to have a strong ending, place themselves well in the seeding for playoffs. We'll see if they can do that today. I'm your host, Jacob Palmer. I am joined by Greg Smith, calling all of the action for you. And Greg, Nevada is who we're playing against right now. Colorado State, we were just seeing the replays too. My wires got crossed there for a little bit, but that does lead into my first question, because as we were looking back at that Colorado State game, what stood out to you most about those replays? Some good plays that you would like to see brought out here tonight?
Yeah, some good plays indeed. In fact, we got a lot of crazy hero plays, especially in the first match, where people were even pulling out knives, getting a little bit cocky. We were on the edge of the ace a couple times, and then that started to die off in map 2, and you never know, right? It's not over till it's over, and I think that's what really caught my attention, is to see a huge change from the difference between map 1 to map 2. You got to keep your head in the game and recognize that the first match is just a touching of gloves, kind of gauging the range and making sure you don't get swung on too hard in map 2. So I want to keep nice, level heads all through the game. I think that's what I picked up on.
That's certainly some great information and advice to give the players, and I can think of one more source of advice for the players that they might want to keep in mind, and that's going to be Doc's keys to the game in Valorant. That's going to be to flank efficiently, spend and peek wisely, diminish their econ and loot, and don't trust the right click on the classic. Brought to us by our friend Dal in production. It's all brought to you by Drop-In Gaming, the premier online platform for gamers who seek competition. Play your favorite games to win cash and prizes for free and paid entry matches and tournaments. Whether you're new to the scene or a seasoned veteran, Drop-In Gaming has the right games and competition for you. And we really have seen a lot of bad luck from players trying to land those one-tap right clicks on the Classic. As we get the confirmation, our first map is going to be Icebox, one the Broncos have played on. We actually saw it earlier in the replays before the match started. You were talking about hero plays. I mean, I got to think about Prestige. Dropping into the Viper's Pit with an op.
Yes.
Throwing it down and picking up another gun. I was thinking he was crazy
in the middle of the Viper's Pit, though, we did see a hero play right-click with the Classic that paid off. So if you're of the gambling type, maybe when the score is high and you want to do extra mental damage, you might whip that one out. Speaking of what we're going to be whipping out today, it looks like a pretty typical lineup. We're considering some higher mobility duelists on one side. Looks like the defending team coming in from Nevada hasn't quite decided who wants to play the cover girl yet, but inevitably there will be one. It's going to be covered by Skies on the side of Boise State. Very typical lineup and build here. Saver Daimyo's Harbor. We don't see it every time, but it's pretty consistent. It's nice to have some extra controller style walls, dynamically slicing up the territory on Icebox, which otherwise is a pretty big open map. So
all three of his abilities are sight denial.
It's true.
They really warmed up to him because, I mean, you got the Cascade to push forward, and then you've got your Orb Smoke, you know, you've got your Cove, but then it's really, I think, the High Tide that really sets him apart. Being able to curve your wall and have it go around specific angles, it really helps on points such as A indoors because you can block off the high ground and the rotation in through mid with that ability.
Yeah, and it's a nice substitute for just playing Phoenix, because then you don't have the mental drag of having to play Phoenix. So I think Harbor being another character to have that dynamic wall is super effective choice. But it's Boise State versus Nevada.
Still isn't enough to shake that kind of mandatory Viper pick as well. I'm sort of hoping that in the future, Riot comes out with a new agent that sort of kind of does to Viper what they did to Astra, because if you remember, for the longest time, Astra was the only controller that was ever picked. She just had 3 smokes, had the ability to use them so much more effectively than, say, a Brim or an Omen, but then they came out with a balance patch, and now we see Brim and Omen all the time, Astra every now and then. But I would like to see just probably a little bit more variety in that Sentinel/controller range with long sight denial through a wall that Viper fills.
Yeah, but we already have a lot of long sight denial coming from Harbor, just like you said, all 3 of those util. Do you think it's kind of that Pigpen area of effect ultimate that we see, that maybe if somebody else had that, Ooh,
Oh,
look
man,
at
they're
this
getting
bluff.
so
Blow
close.
each other right in the face. A quick little 3-on-3 skirmish, pushing back. Boise State is taking the ground. They're even all the way up to the typical plant side, so they might choose the default and stick with it. While the rest of Nevada is coming on the way. One and a flank. They'll have to be careful to watch that Sentinel side. Sure enough, we're going to have a KJ watching that, hopefully. Looks like Nevada's going to do a rotation through mid. Just comes a nice full force, all four of them in a front, across the site denial in question, which is guarding the slow ticking timer of the spike now. Arza trying to get a couple off from behind yellow, but it's a whole squad facing off against him, and they're doing excellent. Skelsis, Demio, Skies, and Prestige each to take their one. Very close to a team win there. Dackers Boise State to take the first point of the match. Take their one. Very close to a team win.
Boise State now is going to have a very important decision of what guns they want to purchase, what they want to try to bonus with, and how gun-ho they're going to get with the purchases. We see one Vandal coming up. Sometimes teams really try to stretch by with two Vandals. It's a risky play, but we're seeing the Broncos, for the most part, be pretty standard with all their selections.
They had some fun ones in there. Gonna throw up a little bit of util nice and early in the round. Behind yellow, but it's a whole coming out of the Viper.
Boise State rounding the same route that they took last time, around yellow to push up right behind the wall on B. Plant goes down successfully. They'll have Prestige fall back just to see if there's any flanks through spawn.
Getting real close around the corner. Skelsis actually takes one and almost a second just by drilling right the angle. He knows they're going to be walking around. Skies takes one right behind yellow. He's going to keep playing through that poison cloud. Never a bad call. Very rarely do your shots get refollowed through the poison cloud.
Oh, what a headshot landed by Scalasis. He's able to make him trade one for one. He was basically forced to. Nevada had him locked in. Overall, pretty good second round. You want to try to keep as many people up so that the bonus, the credit is spread across as many players as possible. So only losing one, pretty good.
They're incredibly high on the money right now. And they do not have awful guns. They've got some fun ones that can take either much shorter or much longer angles. A Guardian, Spectre, and Bulldog being kind of the range there. As well as the Sheriff, if Daimyo is feeling like he wants to get into the opping mindset maybe later on, he's definitely got the money for it. Ooh, a little bit of eye contact from Skies under the rest of the team. They're going to back off and allow this space, which is something that we've seen a couple times now. I know it's only round 3.
Nice flank by Rariana, is able to trade one for one, and when you consider that these are lower guns, one for one trades are just fine. He also picked up the ultimate orb, which brings the Reckoning online for Daimyo. He's trying to get the plant, takes a bit of chip damage, but still is going to get the credits for planting, and then move on back. Oh, he's bringing out the Reckoning as soon as he gets it. Huge area denial from that ability. And Daimyo lands a headshot with the Sheriff. Boise State is up one despite having lesser guns. Could they get a perfect first 3-round sweep? Prestige with the double. Look at that from the Guardian. He's coming through in flying colors. I have a feeling he's going to want to snipe later when he's on defense. He's been picking the Sheriff, the Guardian, all these guns that really demand head taps.
Skellis' recon bolt. You know he's right on top of the defuse, and Sky is going to capitalize on that. Take a couple peeks over on Axel Shredder and close off point 3, which getting the first 3 points in a row is pretty intimidating for Nevada, because now Boise State can go full gun rounds, and you don't get that early gimme. In fact, they're a little bit of on a back foot here with their creds. Axel Shredder, the one that stayed alive the longest, is going to have the most creds, but it's not enough to buy somebody else a gun. So
going with the 5 Sheriff loadout.
Yep, everybody loves it, and it looks like some people are even taking this as a hard save. We don't have even light shields across the map. Some people are saving hard. So we'll see exactly how seriously they take this round, though they might be a little bit in your face and ready to risk it all.
But we've seen so many teams fall into the trap of having these awkward reach buys that they think they got to buy every round. So I'm definitely happy seeing Colorado State. They're cognizant of knowing when they need to full stave. 1-for-1 trade to start out the round. AJ hiding behind that crate. Bangable, and oh, Ariana gets him from a right angle. Nevada is hanging on in there.
Last player standing.
Oh, tried to pick it out twice. And they knew he was right in the corner. It's just really difficult to get in there. Now Prestige, the last bastion for the situation. One of them is low health. Oh, he's going to take a little bit of util, so he was able to take 1 for 1, which is a nice pull down. And Nevada gets their 1 point. They deserved
Absolutely
a little bit
huge,
late.
Thrifty. That
Yeah,
was
crazy
monumental.
Figuring out how. That's
Devastating to the econ situation here. It is going to be a nice full gun round, but now Boise State's, it's their last ditch here for credits. So if they don't make it out of here with like 3 people alive, it's going to be a save next round.
Having just enough credits to purchase up full rifles. Garza also sitting on a whole bunch of credits, 49.50.
Yeah, they had 2,700 last time and didn't even get shields. But they're feeling comfortable there on second
That was a
seed.
good strategy. They won the round.
It did work, yeah.
Boise State starting with a trepidatious push through A. We have to watch out for the sidelines. Garza holds. Nice pick by Skies. Headshot right into him.
Oh.
Their jet is gone. They wall things off, and there's that curved harbor wall we were talking about, blocking off both entrances towards A. So much cover for the Broncos, but they're going to rethink it. They're actually going to go push on to B because Rariana has been doing a bit of scouting, and it's more of a bait. All of Nevada has fallen for going toward A.
Yeah, it seemed like Rariana started off as just being a real flank guard, real aggressive flank guard. But we haven't seen any flank attempt from Nevada. In fact, they've walked the long way to get away from it. That was a little bit of a handshake there. Nobody went down after that one, though, so Rariana is going to get a chance to re-hit. Ooh, but steps through the toxic screen. It's just not quite enough time to unload the clip there.
Saw his gun barrel peeking right out around the corner. I was thinking it would be a one-tap headshot.
Ooh, drops the snake bite. Even saw those pigtails, but can't go in after it. AJ's going to drop down after the... Oh, snake bite leaves, and it's a couple shots off to the shoulder, but they're going to find Rariana first. Daimyo to get one. Make it a 1-1 trade of sorts. The spike is already down. Zanzi and Samawu taking their one each, making this an uncomfortable position. They just play off right through the...
They realize they don't have enough time to defuse, so both teams will retreat. Although possible exit frag from Samawu moving up mid. Is he going to fall? Oh, Boise State might have also gotten the exit frag, as that was some good positioning by Prestige. All right, top time. Garza has purchased using a whole bunch of credits. That's why he had so many.
It is.
That's why he had 49.50, because that op, priciest gun in the game.
He was banking for it, but now, full shield, ping is low, got the op in his hands. He's almost equal on the KDA. He's ready to go. This is his year.
Get out of my way.
Skies, on the other hand, not worried. Definitely planning on popping the knives here.
Axel Shredder gets the first pick with a headshot.
And it's a devastating one, because that means he just quenched all 7 of those ult orbs. Oh, a little bit of a lightning strike through, but Skelsis is going to be the one to find that.
Take flight.
Zanzi crushes Daimyo. And it is a real spread out situation here. 2 of the Nevada players still hanging around mid and B side. It could be an easy plant situation for Boise State, especially with this Killjoy coming out. A good lockdown. They're hanging right outside, though. Wait for the lockdown to actually set and go in for a spike plant. But now Nevada, for the first time, is coming in for a flank. They've got people on a couple different angles here. On a 3-on-3.
Skelesis needs to catch this.
Ooh. Samu coming up behind Prestige. It's going to be an easy one. Skelesis not even nearby. He's going to wrap back around and try to catch Nevada from the side of Rariana to get one. That's a nice trade in the long run. Oh, and the flick is so close, but it hits the shoulder, and Zanzi comes out on top in the Viper v Viper battle.
Oh, I don't know. They are not expecting him at this angle at all. Nicely done by Skelesis.
But he got the half. Oh, and he disrupts.
Nice
He finds it.
job.
A nice clutch. Skelesis takes a 2-piece.
Thank you.
I'm surprised there wasn't any util firing, you know? It's hard to stand over someone's body and be like, oh, this is surely a safe place. Look at that. He's
Look at
locked
Skelesis.
in.
Yeah, up on stage.
Oh, never mind.
Nice wave. It was just kind of whack-a-mole style too.
It was.
He just popped up, and they were just way
The
too
timing.
slow on the hammer. Boise State currently leading Nevada 5-1.
Revealing area.
We're going to see Blade Storm popped by Nevada. And yeah, after you lose such a big purchase as the op, going to have to go into a few more save rounds, and Blade Storm can definitely help you in that situation.
Prestige sneaking around up top, aided by Sky. Sky's kind of out in the open on those ropes there. He's going to retether across.
Reckoning by Boise State.
As well as the Cove, giving an easy plant situation. In fact, they may not even hurt it. Sky's right over the top of the Cove, taking a couple of shots onto the head of Samswu. It's not going to go through, so now he's just playing through the Reckoning. Use that. Oh, float to get over, but it's not enough. Samswu is going to close that deal.
Wolfpack really shining through tonight, giving Boise a run for their money. Even in rounds you'd expect Boise to win. But they are on the back foot here. Not too much time to work out with. Trying to bait out a peek on the defuse. But he has to commit now. There's no time.
Oh, and Prestige knows it. He is there early for his appointment. And now Boise State leading by 5 points, but down in the Olds economy. I would not be surprised if Nevada is ready to use one here while they have a little bit of a cred disadvantage, right? They're on the cred fence here.
Boise State also really built themselves up an advantage old-wise by using that lockdown as soon as they did, because it was before the Hunter Sphere could be charged up. Nevada has their lockdown, but Boise State has that counter, so free lockdown to use by Boise.
It's very true. Both people are actually in an awkward cred situation here, so this round means quite a bit. Boise State has locked in their half of the half, though, so they will definitely be playing a an easier defensive side than Nevada has to play. And it's a little scattered. Spike is still in the pocket. Boise State hasn't committed to his site, but Nevada can see that, and they're feeling the pressure kind of all over as they slowly move the weight onto the right foot, coming into the maze, going to drop a Viper's Pit. Uneven ground here. The verticality of the Viper's Pit is such a broken situation. So Rarion is just going to go flying in. There is a judge hanging out inside. Zanzi would love to get a lot of util off this. Oh, awkward. Awkward. Both got on the conveyor belt at the same time, and only one rider at a time is going to make it through this one. Rariana hitting him with the reverse Viper's Pit.
They like the idea so much of a Viper's Pit in that place, but now it works out for the Broncos. Very tough situation for Garza. Has to drop down out in the corner and gets the jump onto Damio.
Damio a little bit slow on the mouse there, so Garza's going to take it. A Defender Killjoy trying to clean out this Viper's Pit. We'll see how much they respected those Skies. Hanging out above for anyone who gets in a little bit early, but Samuel is faster than him and faster than Skill Assist, taking his 2. Rariana does find 1. Tuderes, they loosen the blow there. And Alex Shredder's already taken a defuse, but Rariana's still in the pit.
You
betcha! There he is!
You wanted it,
Aerial shot to the stomach for the ace. Right inside the ult. A very effective placement of the Viper's Pit.
And we've taken a trip to Brazil now. We're at a 7-1 scoreline.
Ooh.
It's a bit of celebratory drink between both of us to toast that occasion to Brazil.
Well, it doesn't happen all the time. I'm sure Boise State is very happy with
the
next
crosshair
one.
placement really had me worried on Rariana. He was dead center in the body, and
it was a little to the belt.
Well, it
Admittedly,
looks
was
like
low health.
timeout. Yeah, and see, they're taking a break too. You know, just get a little bit of hydration, a little bit of pep in your step, because Boise State, other than just one round, they have been in the driver's seat the whole time, not losing any sort of traction whatsoever. And I got to say, the op has not been that impactful against Boise State. It's usually kind of the biggest goal of the Jet on defense to purchase that op, trying to get it to where every round is an unfair round, you know, starting out with a 4-5 disadvantage if you're attacking. But that hasn't been the case.
No, I mean, you talk about unfair rounds. The op is not even as effective as all 5 players going absolutely bankrupt to get 5 sheriffs. I can't believe that's the round that snuck through.
Yeah. That's the only round as a thrifty. Go figure.
Yeah. Sometimes it feels that way. Just when the cards are against you, you find a way. So we know they have it in them. That or Boise State was absolutely slipping on that round 4, that fateful round 4. Sky's going to be quick. It takes one off to Samu. Continues the disrespect as Daimyo finds their one, leading them in for a nice little team wipe. The reverse thrust to get them in. Garza is going to pay back on that one. Daimyo closes the deal, though. A little one-for-one trade. And inside the cove, they are buckled up, and they've got Av Util to close it. Setting out a little bit of a wall from the harbor. And a little bit of pre-fire. Look at this area all diced up. Very, very strong play to try to walk in. And as the walls goes down, Daimyo take piece 3 and 4.
We were talking about the ace Ariana got for himself, but if there's anyone who's probably been the most clean, the most crisp in their flicks, in their headshots, in their one-taps, Daimyo really on fire tonight.
And there he is. Sporting the headset and glasses combo. Yeah, he's had a couple of slow ones, but it's every couple of rounds he goes crazy. Nevada struggling to keep up, and now talk about fair fights. Safe for Samu light shields. This is a pretty even one. And again, another kind of big rush through B site. Daimyo doesn't want to push too fast. He does have the spike, and nobody else is behind him. So he could get greedy here. It looks like he's going to drop.
Uses his reckoning, zoning out an entire section of the area.
Takes the place almost alone. He does have a couple behind him. Zanzi was behind him, but goes down to Skelesis. And Daimyo gets a nice default plant. Going to drop the cove. Prestige waiting at the gates for company. The doctor has been expecting you. Drops him with no problem. Alex Shredder coming in for his appointment. Skies up in the kitchen, ready to cook.
I'm surprised.
It's going to drop down on him.
I'm surprised they managed to sneak by him, but the team's going to call out their position. They're going to try for a knife, and it'd be denied. Fly too close to the sun, my friend.
Ooh, Skelesis putting
They want
on Icarus's wings. He's next in line to let the wax melt. Will Axel walk right by him and give him the chance? He will. No!
Oh, he almost gets it.
Very close. Prestige didn't want to take that gamble after Alex already got a 3 of a kind. He was not going to let that go down to a 4. So it was close. Boise State is pushing up on double digits.
No capturing the sun today.
No, unfortunately not.
Prospect of limitless future energy, limitless fusion energy will just have to make us go. Have to go by another day.
Nope, that ideal will burn away with the feathers.
Remember, fusion energy is always just 20 years away.
By 2044, we should have it. Bad if I'm signing Ariana to get one.
2010.
That's a nice trade in the long run. Oh, and the flick is so close, but it hits his shoulder.
It is the same. It's always a decade or two away.
It's a good 5-year plan to chase, though, like a carrot on a stick.
I want to not expect him at this angle at all. Nice. That was progress.
That's incredible.
All right, here we go. Getting some high ground, moving around Skies. Has a good view onto the rotation through mid, and a nice man around the corner. But Zanzi has a position that the Broncos failed to account for. He'll pick up a double. Boise State will get the plant, however. And this is where they've thrived so much. They have just let that spike be their best friend and force Nevada's hand to move on to the point so that they can get these unexpected picks. Daniel finds one, finds a second. Boise State up 10-1.
They were really working that back corner. We saw a ridiculous number of just standing in an off angle. I mean, there's no cover. You don't really expect them to just be standing awkwardly in this corner like a mouse, but they were drilling the angles hard. Right above, takes one, threatening Garza to come out, and when he does, he's already off to the side. Garza goes chasing for it and leaves his teammates high and dry, and as the wall goes down, Daimyo takes a 2-piece. Skelesis finally puts an end to Gaza's sprinting in circles. And that's the end of point 10 for Boise State.
Just one more left in the half, and the only ultimate on the board is this lockdown. Boise State's been doing a great job making sure that's not going to be countered. Failed to account for. He'll pick up a double. Right around. Oh, what a headshot by Skies. Brings out the Blade Storm to follow up. Who's he after? He gets a view onto Zanzi. Finds it with a double. He's on fire.
Hey, he is on fire. And by that, if you mean low health, the man is sporting only 20% of his full health and none of his shield. So he's playing a little back of pocket. He's hanging out behind his friends and he's ready to whip it into second gear. If anybody takes a couple shots off first, it might be Skelesis, who gets a nice little recon dart there.
Oh. He peek out around yellow. Oh, missed that headshot he was trying to land. A little jittery in the crosshair. Nice Hunter's Fury, though, by Skelesis. He knows where the spike is. Oh, no! Oh, no!
So sad.
Oh,
so sad.
Oh. He was looking at any target that was moving.
And he went in for a team teabag there.
I
Downright
know,
disrespectful.
I know,
Look
he
at him.
was just, yeah.
He's not even worried.
Yeah, no, he fears no
brutal.
repercussions
No.
whatsoever. That,
I mean, last round and a half, I get it.
I've done that once before. Gotten the Hunter's Fury and
Criminal.
accidentally hit someone else.
Criminal. All right. Well, okay, yeah, I was going to criticize him for popping the Hunter's Fury immediately right when the enemy lockdown is open, but it was going to be lost anyways, right?
Yeah.
So, does not hurt anyone in the long run. Well, popping that Hunter's Fury did hurt someone in the long run, unfortunately.
Might just be a case that Boise State are their own worst enemies for this match.
Yeah, the lineup was... I don't know about that one yet, but I'm not on the team.
I don't know. I don't know what's the strategy for shooting your toes with the dart, but...
I think it was supposed to be a double bounce, and it was only
Probably.
bounced once, but that's all right. Prestige coming in with the classic, and it works. He's ready to find a second one. Low health from a distance. He gets it around the corner, not ready to refuel. You can see that scared, warm up the mouse pad in midair when it's not quite going to code. Rariana takes an alt fire, and it's not everything he needs, but Skelesis is back where with the rest of the Happy Meal on the Ghost. But got his fries and the apple slices ready to go.
Prestige had such a quick reaction time here. Seeing the neon. I mean, that's just why crosshair placement is just one of the fundamentals. Always make it so you're always aiming over the head. It's one of the things that I've struggled with the most because your natural instinct is to just go for the body.
The most area, yeah.
It's really something you have to mentally train yourself.
Got a couple of exciting guns.
They are on the back foot
featuring
here.
two
Not
outlaws.
Too much time to work out
On the side
with.
of Boise State defending
Trying to
the
bait out a
sites
peek on the
diligently.
DQs. He has to
A
commit.
little bit of everybody everywhere, but A-side is cluttered with attacking players, including Samuel getting the drop from above on his Skelesis. Zanzi coming in from the side.
I'm hearing a lot of giggling behind me.
Yeah, you sure are.
A lot of schoolboy giggling.
It is the Nightmare rotation here as they move on to B site. A nice empty B site.
Spike planted.
Taking over the house, which was recently moved out. Boise State trying to come in and take it back over Rariana. Making the first offer. Ready to drop down onto level 0 for some extra hits. Prestige is getting wiped out. Rariana does find that one. Oh, can't quite flick for one, so Actual Shredder takes 2. Ready to move that 2 of a kind into something just a little bit better, but Daimyo's got other plans for him. Oh. Yeah, the classic all-fire is not doing fantastic for him. And on 9 health, he decides to fully axe
We
out.
mentioned this.
Admittedly,
I also like how he picked up. He clearly saw that a better gun was on
yeah, the
was
frenzy
on the
right
ground,
there.
and he picked it up, and he realized there was an outlaw, and it's like, wait a minute.
Wait. I know what might win, but you know what won't win, but would be funny if it did? Admittedly, he can't take the round anyways when you have 9 health and there's somebody standing behind the guy you're playing against. So I get it. I get it. Boise State with 12. Making it a match point here. Nevada has doubled their rounds in the last round. And are coming in strong to A, but look at this rotation call. Boise State already closing in from the back. A couple shots from Prestige. Both to and from. Hanging out at low health, honestly. Gets to see AJ go flying across the wall and find 2 more. Samuel, coming in strong. It does not look good. Rariana and Daimyo are the last few alive. It's going to be thrown out the wall.
Last player
See if he
standing.
can make a difference here. AJ to find a 3rd one. No longer in Ace territory, but we could see a full house here if things play all right. Oh, Daimyo goes down to Axel Shredder with the Outlaw, and it's a dramatic one.
Did I just hear production laugh as Boise State was sniped?
Never.
I thought I was being sadistic up here on camera.
Oh,
I
yeah.
am.
Where's the school spirit?
Where's that team support?
Get the
I don't
cowbell
know,
out
it was
here.
pretty funny.
It was funny. Well, just to see him like ragdoll off, it's not
It
something we
is, yeah.
get very often in this game.
I mean, to be fair, the team's laughing
Being out
just
this
as much,
Viper's
so.
pit. We'll see
See
it's
how
a
much
nice
they
flush
respected
pack of
those
Vandals
guys.
here, all 10 of them. Hanging out above for anyone who gets in a little bit early, but Samuel was faster.
a little bit
than
of a
him
slower
and
play from
faster
Nevada up
skills,
to the
just
A
taking
side.
those two. Rariana does find one.
Likewise,
Darius
Boise State
taking a nice
slow there.
slow to get the
And
rotation
Alex
around.
Ritter's
already taking a defuse, but Rariana's still in
back off.
Let him have just a little bit more space as all that util's hanging out. Galladrone coming around to make first contact. Does get a dart off. One Siege fights well, but not well enough. Sky's gonna get him a two-piece.
One enemy
Oh, and almost one from above. Almost a second one from above, but it's not quite there. Defenders
win.
are going to take the game with Rariana and Daimyo living to tell the tale.
Oh, boy. That
Alex
was,
Ritter's already taken a defuse, but Rariana's still in
back off.
hit.
Let him have
Tad
just a
bit
little bit more
worried.
space.
And I know
There.
you're
All that
thinking,
util's hanging out.
scoreline was like 12-3. How could you be
Galladrone coming
worried?
around to make first contact. Does get a dart
The
off.
complacency
One Siege
really.
fights well, but not
It's
well
because
enough.
it was-
Sky's
It was
gonna get him
11-1,
a
and then it was
two-piece.
12-3.
Oh, and almost one from above.
Effective slipping
Almost
here a
the
little
second
bit.
one. But they figured it out. They ironed it all back together.
I mean, if there's one thing I've known from following Boise State's varsity journey is that I never count a game as over until someone actually gets 13.
Yeah,
Because
Rariana
there
does
have
find
been,
one.
it's the same
Darius,
for
they
rounds
loosen
as
the blow
well.
there. And Alex
Because
Ritter's
we've
already
seen
taken a
rounds
defuse,
where
but
it's a
Rariana's
4-1
still
person advantage, and it still goes
payback
against
on
the
that
leading
one.
team.
Daimyo closes
Boise
the
has
deal,
been in
though.
that
A little
position a lot
one-for-one
of the time.
trade, and inside
yeah.
the
I
cove,
mean,
they are
we
buckled
saw this last
up.
week.
Got
Like,
off util
Icebox
to
had a really
close it.
strong
play, and then things were
Setting out a
slipping
little
by
bit of
map
Wolf
2.
Harbor.
And you're going to make sure that you stay on top.
Well, Boise State is going to go into the second map of the game. It'll be Bind, which we know
Ooh.
is Boise State's favorite. So
Oh, yeah.
I personally don't
little
see
bit of
much
free
of
fire.
a
Look at
reason to
this
believe
area
that the
all
scoreline's
diced
going to be
up.
too different.
Very,
Bind is
very-
usually the one that they kind of get the
Strong
best
play to try to
scorelines at.
walk in.
Yeah,
against the
this was
walls. A little bit of a run it back from last week, right? And we saw things a little bit different. We did see a deadlock come out, so I'd be excited to see exactly what we're going to
I
be
don't
rolling.
know.
But
I don't know what
for the side
strategy
of Team
for
Boise
shooting
State,
your
I think
toes
we're
with the dart,
pretty
but
figured out exactly
I
what they're
think it
going to be
was
pulling out.
All right, Boise ready to head on into Bind. We'll see if they can end the night very quickly.
Coming
That
with the
first
classic.
game, I mean, that was only
Oh, it
over in about
works.
30 minutes. That was
Very
a
fine to
very
second one, low
quick
health from a distance. He
end to
gets
the
it
proceedings.
around
Yeah,
the
we
corner, not
really
ready to
didn't have a lot of
refuel.
spike
You can see that. Explosions, detonations. It was mostly kills, like team kills, that ended the round, or it was down to the last couple seconds in the case of that whack-a-mole
Complete.
round, or we had one
We'll
or
have
two on B site that
Prestige
were pretty
fall back.
similar. But you're right; they were quick rounds and a quick match. And if they're going to play with that energy,
we know they have it
we
in
might
them.
even see
That
a
or
little bit of
Boise
a
State was
change in
absolutely
the
slipping on that
play
round
style
four, that
from
fateful round
one or
four.
both of the teams. If you can expect the other people
Sky's
getting
going
in your
all
face
the
pretty
way.
often,
Up
you might want to
Samuel.
play something a
Continues
little
the
bit shorter
disrespect as
range,
Daimyo
with a little
finds
bit
their
more
one
bloom,
and leading them in
and
for
a
a
little bit
nice
faster
little
team wide
rate
the
of
fire.
reverse
Thrust to get them in. Garza is going to
There's a
pay
little bit
back
of
on that
instant
one.
replay
Replay
for
for
the
the
team.
Daimyo closes the deal though. A little one-for-one
Some of our
trade, and
favorites.
inside the cove they are buckled up.
I'm still trying to wrap my head around the fact that the only round
little bit of
Nevada
Wolf
picked
Harbor.
up in their first half was that thrifty with the
Little bit of free
sheriff.
fire.
Which
Look at
is
this
crazy,
area
because they
all
didn't even
diced
have
up. Very,
half of
very
them
had
had
light
strong
shields,
play to
and
try
the
to
other
walk
three of
in
them
and
didn't have any
But
shields, if I remember
Zanzi
correctly,
has a position
which is
that
crazy.
the Broncos
And
failed
I
to
would take
account
that as an
for.
early sign
They'll
of
pick up a
complacency
double.
from Boise
Boise State will
State,
get the
which
plant,
is scary to
however.
see when you're
This is where they've
3-0,
tried
but
so much, they'd
admittedly,
have just
you're
let
not supposed to take
that
all
spike
first
be
and
their
3
best
points.
friend
And
and
it could have been an
force
early
Nevada's
sign to them
hand
that
to
they were
move
coming
on
in
to the
strong,
point that
and
they can get these unexpected picks.
needed that help.
Daniel
But
finds one, finds a second. This lockdown.
if anything, you can't
was
count
but
Nevada
Zanzi
out.
making sure that's
Money's
not
low.
going to be countered.
Fade
Fade
angle,
angle,
lower
lower right corner, the angle that that monitor is
Wow.
right there in position to the keyboard.
Yeah.
I have a feeling that's not an accident. A lot of these players love. They have a very specific angle which they play with their hand on the keyboard.
It's
Some
very
players
true.
have the keyboard perpendicular to them.
In fact, certain players are playing on curved monitors, and certain players prefer the flat ones. We all like making fun of CS:GO's players for playing on the 3-4 monitor, but these guys are particular. And distance to the screen too. Some people get their nose to the crosshair there and just like to live in the peripheral vision.
Listen, you join any Smash community that has a melee scene, and you'll have people that prefer to be on the old monitors by a long shot.
Nice, yeah, I get that. Skills is bringing out the Gecko just like we did last week. Like I said, it's a little bit of a run it back, and we kind of expect a lot of these picks. Master playing strong on the Rays here in the hometown of Bind. You really just can't. Just like Viper is so viable every single time on Icebox, they're important here but skipping a raise is a shame. You just don't do it. Sky also, it's good to see after Sky took a strong hit with the Nerf gun bullets there.
Well, we're going to see a mirror match here if everything is locked in.
We may.
Oh, no, they change it up
Of
on
course.
us with the Cypher,
What?
which is not a bad pick.
That was just an instant karma caster call right there.
So we'll move on to Bind. Boise State sitting at match point. We could have this whole Valorant match finished up within just about an hour.
That would be crazy. I'm sure the players would like that too. You don't want any of that mental strain and drain to come around. But we won't. Caster cursed it. I'm back here knocking on wood, making sure things go nice and smoothly for whatever team wins this one.
And are there any positions on this stage that you think we should keep a specific eye out for? Because we're getting kind of our pre-game flyover. Okay, well, you know what? We are.
Oh. I was going to say, kind of this angle right here. From elbow across to hookah, or like hanging out right on kind of the abstract geometry that's right outside the garden area off B long, straight down to hookah. Because I see sometimes we have some crazy raise plays that go jet packing or blast packing, double through the air and trying to get in past default or past the little shed here, and they can get shot right out of the sky. This makes a great cross angle with anyone hanging out in the deep corner. What is this? Bluffs called all over. Nevada goes streamlining through Bath, and unfortunately, while they're taking their nice showers, Boise State has gone straight up center, not checking any of their angles, and have smoked things off the wrong way. The defensive side is now Boise State getting in an early plant, trying to dodge the paint shell. Skill assist, keeping a ghost right to the smokes here. And once those disappear, he might have a sightline onto AG or Zanzi, maybe a little bit of both. Sure enough, AJ is going to be the one to catch that one first. Zanzi does have low health and is going to play behind Shiny. Radiant eye boxes for a little bit. Master taking advantage of an early smoke again, as well as a toxic screen, which is going to fake out pretty quickly, drop back down, trying to blast pass him off of the... Oh, sure enough, he blast backs him off the spike. That's crazy. You had to let it expire. What a timing. He almost had that one. Rariana takes a three-piece against Sam Wu and closes off the round. Prestige. Oh, doesn't quite make it out and is going to go down, and so does Rariana.
I'm going to say that they meant to do that. Sometimes we do see players intentionally going down to the spike, so
That's true, and sometimes
I'll give them the benefit of the
mechanical advantage, yeah. So, Broncos take point number 1. With 10 seconds left to burn. You've already used up all your sprays. Your last thing to do is just knife the wall.
I miss the days when people knifed all the little spice stands in market on Bind.
Oh, that was fun. Or on Icebox, the little the pipes to make the music. That Trailblazer coming out, I think, a little bit short for the concuss, but it does give them a nice area to let a raise go blazing in. Sure enough, they are. Wingman's already getting a plant down. Rariana is an animal with that. Coming all the way down on health. Samu's got nothing to do but just hang out in the bath for a little bit. Garza watching from above. Oh, he's not going to see anything exciting than the wrong end of Damio Sheriff. Who's already got, now by round 2, 3 ult points. I like to track the ult points around round 2 and 3 because that's where you're going to see those fast ones really click in and start securing early rounds that should be down to a gun difference, or can't be down to a gun for difference, because everyone, round 5, round 4, should have nice Vandals and Phantoms coming out.
As you say that they're all important bonus. They manage, I usually have the standard if they manage to take 2 people off the other team, that's usually a good enough run bonusing.
Though they've set the bar high last time they went careening through round 3. Wow, speaking of careening on in, Daimyo gets a big jump in and Samu hits him before he even hits the ground. Garza to take 2. Prestige is going to reply, but they hardly own this territory. I mean, things are still just calming down. Lots of UI happening as the smokes, vision denial from Brim is still lingering.
Awfully long sideline here to look with the Guardian. This could pay off. Oh, but he has to make sure he's exact in his shots. Will walk away with 1. Even it up 2 apiece.
Not quite. It's just the right angle for AJ to come flying through with the Sheriff Prestige. Now, their job is to be a pain. They don't have to win this. Nice, they took it anyways. I was going to say, he just has to be a little pestering mole that just peeks out every once in a while and make sure they can't sit on the spike too long. But instead, he gets greedy, and he goes for the two-piece, and he finds it.
It also just seems that that Raze was just a little bit too overconfident in the jumping strategy. Sometimes you get players that think, you know, if I'm jumped, there's nowhere they're going to hit me. And it often doesn't work out.
But moving it down to Axel is crazy. I mean, I understand getting the little bunny with the shotgun out of the way as they're going to keep bunny hopping your direction. But then he really goes for the entire length of that guiding light. We're going to have the camera shot down. So they should expect, right? Samwoo should expect a couple players walking through this tripwire. Of course, they can't quite see it, so we'll see if they can get through successfully. Throwing the Trailblazer underneath it. The paint shows over the top, and surely they don't say anything. Master goes flying over with the blast packs, and he's not going to find anything off it. Garza gets 2, and Samwoo 1 with the shotgun there. Ariana trying to make it out of there alive. Garza to find 3 of a kind.
Ooh. Oh my goodness! How even?
Takes a break from his whack-a-mole firing back and forth to just drill one out of the sky. He really said pull, shot the clay pigeon for it. Hardly left the runner. Nevada and Boise State now each with 2 ults in the pocket. How will they spend them? Hard to say. Those Viper's Pits can be used really early rounds or really late, right as the plant goes down. On both defense or offense. Admittedly, though, it'd be strange to pop a Viper's Pit on B when you've already committed a lot of utility here from the Cypher. So I don't think that we'll see that. Cypher took a little bit of time to drop that utility. See people trying to take care of it here.
The Trailblazer gets caught up in the tripwire, but the Thrash sure doesn't. Looks like he gets the concuss on right into Garza as a crucial backup. Boise State was trying to collect on that concuss.
That was just a little bit of an awkward situation there for some of Nevada, and Boise State pushed them all the way out of the area. Rariana lying in wait for anyone greedy enough to walk around elbow before the spike's been clicked. Skelesis goes hunting for them, and it is his demise. Rariana, though, does close it off with a nice decimation there. Bring Boise State up to 4 points against Nevada's 1, which is a scoreline we saw last time.
Yeah, it seems very much like a mirror match of the first round.
Very
the
much.
only round being a thrifty once again that Nevada finds.
Round 4. Interesting. Maybe this is the excellent conjuration of Boise State to give Nevada deja vu nightmares. And come screaming in for 13-1. Can they do it? Baby steps, though. It's going to be round 6 first they'll have to take, and it's a nice, quiet beginning. The Dizzy drops. Looking to reclaim it as they're slowly peeking out of Bass here. Going to wait for a Brim Smoke on either side to go down. Make sure they're not getting flanked. And another wall goes up. It's a threatening feeling, but they don't need to feel threatened. Nevada is still hanging out deep into the A site. Saber AJ a little bit further up, hanging out right beside that toxic screen. As they lead the charge in, Master going to drill through the smoke and not quite find AJ as they both pop out into clear skies. He will. They're not quite watching their angle here. Axel almost finds a little bit of a side shot with collateral potential. It's not going to be there. Master watching that flank, making sure things stay nice and uniform.
I saw it again. Nevada's Raze is bunny hopping like mad, even when they're firing.
1 enemy remaining.
That spacebar just doesn't get enough attention sometimes. Can't let it feel lonely. Garza gets one nice shot to the stomach from Damio. Damio comes back to finish the job, but Garza has more to say. Takes down Rariana as well. Going on a 3-piece for Master, maybe? And suddenly the Snakebite becomes their own demise. Master just playing games with him, saying, you can't defuse this. Unfortunately, it does mean that, Oh, can he TP out of there? Oh, and it's a nice, clean save for the 4 players left alive. Boise State saving plenty of threads. Coming into the next round. Almost got an outro there. Plenty of ults on the side of Nevada. They are ready to fog up this screen with flashing lights.
Although one of those ults does come with the caveat of you do have to get that first pick in order for the Cypher to safely use that Neural Theft. Even with last year, the buff to the distance in which he can use it that he got, it still is tricky to find the right position to use it.
Here's a combo we don't get to see very often. The Orbital Strike being used to flush out a Viper's Pit. Honestly, I would like to save that one, but it's not up to them anymore. You can't use it when you're dead, save for Clove. So we'll see that ult later. Axel coming on quick to Ariana.
Ellis has been making a lot of work of that wingman and hasn't really been stopped in any of his plans.
Yeah, I think that wingman's gotten more plants than the Broncos on this stage. Skelsis and company making their way through this one. Oh, the right click just does not connect to all 3, maybe 2 of them.
One of those, one of those was a headshot.
Yeah, that was a good bit of damage there, but the shields kept him up. Daimyo now has easy work, and it's another shot to the belt. Maybe not the angle we want, but I guess you do want to take the easy way out there. You know, you don't want to miss all your headshots when they were low health. So we're going to see that classic fire let another man down.
And that's really been his strength, those really quick reaction time flicks over to one side or the other. That's where he's been firing on all cylinders tonight.
Yeah, we've got some clean gameplay here. The instant spray to the floor and switch to inspect the knife after the 3rd bullet hits the shoulder is a kind of reflexes that you only see in the pros here. He has just murked too many men. Oh.
Paint shells to keep him at bay. Skellis will still collect the old orb, so he gets Thrash online.
Got a little bit of pepper damage here and there on a Boise State. They got greedily close to those paint shells. Ariana checking the time and thinking about a sandwich. Goes down to Samuel.
Neural Theft, they found a way to use it that'll give 2 pings off of all the Broncos. Wingman running woefully out and is covered by the Dizzy, but doesn't find.
Wow.
What the heck
Gecko was playing like Pokemon Trainer. They're using a Dizzy to cover the wingman. Maybe there's an angle of this that I didn't see, but they're definitely having a good time back there enjoying the stage. That's what it's all about, right?
What the heck was that scream?
Yeah, they were having apparently something funny happened.
That was a high-pitched scream if I have ever heard one. We all right? We're good to go? Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
Everybody's PFP is still moving. Nobody got the blue screen of death mid-game.
I don't know. With the way that scream came out, you would think so.
Boise State hanging on to all 3 of the 3 ults that they get to use this round if they would like. It's a nice spike in pocket, real slow. Maybe.
Nice spot out of the tripwire.
Maybe they're going to wait and see if Nevada wants to be greedy this round. Oh, how the turntables. Sure enough, just hanging out. Skell says, I don't think he might be. Oh, no, he's touching his keyboard. Oh, and a quick ping.
They do have a lot of options for getting information. They got the Seekers, and they also got this Thrash available. So they should be able, if they decide to use an ultimate, to know where Nevada is positioned up. Around the corner, though, caught out by Sam.
Ariana nailed the average there, shooting right in between the players. Master, whoa, go back, play around with Kovacs. Talk to us in a minute. Dizzy's going to recollect a single drop in this silence. Garza coming up behind Master. We don't know how Master's going to perform with this Reaver Sheriff, though.
Last player standing.
And the C9 white. The C9 white gun bunny is not enough to keep things together there. Garza with a 2-piece to finish it off. Brings Nevada up to 3v6. What's going on? We saw this last week.
We're still winning.
Still winning. Yeah, still doubling the score. But Nevada, I mean, I just feel like the bar is set from how it was
Yeah, we do have one offer. You don't have the Jet to op, and none of them pick Chambers, so they're going to kind of rely on that pseudo tailwind effect of using one of the blast packs at just the right moment to get on out of there after you get your pick.
Or you could jump. We know how much the Races love to just jump.
I
so.
know, you know, I never really thought of that, but I guess I just don't have that big a brain.
Yeah, it happens. You're right.
I don't
and
have
we won't
big
hold it
galaxy
against you.
brain.
People doing a little bit of quick work of the situation here. Skelesis does sustain quite a bit of damage, so AJ's shot from the op is all that it takes to down him to the floor. Knees first to the sand. Prestige steering through quite a bit of vision denial. Just takes a couple shots down the hallway, but it's not quite going to make it through. And it looks like a little bit of a one-way smoke coming out in the form of toxic smoke there. Master hanging out, waiting for the vision denial to go down, but he's in a compromising position. And he's going to be the one player on his team to go down.
With the op he stole from Nevada.
Brutal. Just disrespectful. Daimyo, yeah, bonusing an entire op now. 21,500 creds. Just throw on the pile. Plenty of creds to go around on the side of Nevada as well, though, so they'll get a chance to play again. But you can't exactly say that the economy's fair here. Boise State holding all 5 ults. I will be ashamed if they don't pop a few of those today. And look at this pack, tightly knit. You'd think there was one player left just by looking at the minimap. And they go flying through, using that Trailblazer to jump through every hallway to make sure there's no angles they're not quite seeing. Master takes 2 aerially, one with the ult and one with the shotgun. Disrespectful. Popping over to the operator. Giving Prestige a chance to plant. Nice and default. He gets it. Throwing the boombox down. Oh. Axel gets him with the 1-2. Classic dodgeball of throwing one in the air and then drilling one down the center. The Dizzy was not the initial play. Prestige ignores a shot on the Samoa.
Hawk around the corner. They'll be able to flush out Hookah. Master 1 away from the ace. Sees the head. Can't get it. It's all left up.
Oh.
I wouldn't have done that. I would not have done that. He had time on his side.
Oh. And the silence of an easy defuse coming out from Nevada's clutch. And he doesn't have the op.
He's hanging all the way back near Gardens. He's close enough that he can hear whenever that's going to be defused.
And then just throw util out. You don't need to make eye contact for the rest of the match here. Unfortunate.
Now is a
Greed.
no-no.
Greed is unbecoming of you. And it means the round. It's okay, though. It's just 4-7. But this is a long way off from the Brazil that we had last time. I mean, they're letting a couple of points slip through their hands like the sands on bind. Nice and quick. Whoa. They told him nobody gets to sit with a shotgun in elbow. So they're burning out U-Haul. It's not going to grab
Master
anything,
gets
though.
it to a double.
Keeps those paint shells going, looking for anything at all. But it's just overkill. They're throwing so much util back in empty areas just to be extra thorough on this one. Boise State does not want to give anything up, and they're finally letting loose all those ultimates. Nevada does as well. Master to take 3. HA to find his 2. And the Thrasher coming in close. Giving Daimyo the chance. to hammer in those
still
last
pretty
2 nails.
respectable, but my prediction about the scoreline being just about the same has already gone down the toilet for this round because Nevada is really being a lot more of a threat toward Boise.
Yeah, they're still coming up only halfway on the points. And while Boise State, it doesn't mean they're taking 2 steps forward and 1 step back. It's a consistent 1 step at a time towards the finish line. Here we get to see what cred decisions we're going to make. Prestige, playing it nice and easy, keeping his 100 creds. Everybody else. What? VCT 24 inspect? That's crazy. Pepper Rex. Look at them go. And amidst the silence, Boise State is going to divide, leaving 2 on B and 3 to hang nice and deep in the A baths. And it could be a little bit of a confrontation to the Viper on the Nevada side. sure enough, there he is. A couple shoulder shots through. Man has no health, has to back off. Garza playing through it all, finds one. Look for another on a Master, and he does it early round. Does not even cross over the middle, but Daimyo Skelos and Prestige going absolutely wild in another neck of the woods.
There's only so much he could do in that lurking position. Now Boise State will be able to have the luxury of just watching over that spike, wait for him to come to him. They pick him out right and short, and that'll make it 9-4.
Now's a chance to showcase the goofiest gun that Boise State can pull out. Nice, there we go.
Oh, a lot of shotguns.
Yes, indeed. 2 Buckies adjust. Oh! Bucky era. 3 Buckies.
Can the world even handle the power?
No. Those 2 Scepters are basically going to get
Every
no
single
screen attention.
corner up A short, they're just going to hold with
Oh,
them.
yeah. A short is
Oh my
just
goodness.
buckled. As you can see it, AJ a little bit close. Gets a Bucky alt fire right to the neck. He's going to back off. Rariana doesn't want to get any unwanted heat. Undue attention. He's going to rotate over, see if he can catch Zanzi off guard. Oh, almost got the collateral one. Can he find a second one? He does. Rariana with a 3-piece. Connects back with the rest of the team. Oh, Daimyo, disrespectful. Finds one and Master to get another one.
Flawless.
And I don't think we heard any Spectre back-off calls at all. So Nevada might think that they just got the absolute disrespect of queuing
Look
5
at the players.
Buckies.
They're keeled
round 2.
over just the fact that they managed to pull that off.
Look at them. Comedy Central. Yana. Yeah. The mental game here. Oh no, it sounds like they're planning something devious back there. I just heard the delivery. Yes, there it is. Save your money. Save your money. If it works, if it ain't broke, don't fix it, right? If it won you last round, it would be immature to change. Boise State sending a few down B and one up into Hookah just to make sure they've covered everything. Sitting right on top of the spike, Nevada is still drilling right down B short, hoping to find something here in Hookah. Zanzi, oh, look at the angles. It's a 50-50 both ways. No good option. They're going to take care of a couple players. Zanzi is going to find a few with Axel Shredder together. Skelesis grabbing a 3-piece, though. One left alive. Samu knows exactly what's in store for him. Can he disrupt the wave of shotgun shells and slugs combined coming out of Hookah here? He does find one.
Be honest,
left.
It almost feels like I'm watching a spike rush round, really, and all of Boise State just get.
Wingman hanging out for a little bit. He's going to pass out from the exhaustion. Skelesis, a quick little jump peek. The spike is down, and until it gets picked up, they know they can just hang out here. Ooh, he's going to try to check this angle, but he's in an off angle right in the middle, right to the heart. You're to blame.
Well, the quintuple Bucky. We also hold that we were told that Daimyo is referring to it as the Buckerton. Should we triple Hookah with the Buckerton?
Should we triple Hookah with the Buckerton?
The immortal words now.
Yeah. Yeah, call my tattoo artist immediately. I've got plans for the Buckerton. It worked, though.
And just stick on what works, really.
Get him, yeah, that's the curveball, right? Not hitting him with a changeup after you do something funny. Just keep eating that bread till it's stale. Oh, Skelesis punished immediately for hanging out by Samu, who still is in the Stinger mindset, playing right through his wall there. Rariana a little bit in the fog is the birthplace for the Bucky. Prestige finds one again, but AJ starting to catch on to the trend, is going to grab the judge and does get one with it. Master comes to his senses and whips the Sheriff out when he's low health. Samu looking to get even more money out of this Stinger. Finds it, and Prestige goes down. Master, only 14 health left. Is this Cypher? Wow, burns the Neural Theft with only 2 players left. One of them low health. Last one alive. Can he find it? He's going to get 2 quick pings. It's enough to make a line, figure out where they're going. Master hanging out with the God tier, A tier, golden gun at just the angle. Disrespectful. Blasts the Moroccan man. Knocks the hat clean off of him.
Match point.
Okay, it worked, right? It was messy, but it worked. Do we do it again? Skelesis, do we do it again? Nevada here, having to make some decisions about their gunplay. Oh.
Yeah, I don't think you go against the powers that be right now. They have surely blessed you.
Scoreboard, right? The problem is that if they keep doing this, if they keep pulling Thrifty after Thrifty, they're going to have enough money to go all ops. And I feel like that's something that could happen. It's just the right amount of whiplash after you're no longer ready to check any short corners because they're hanging out like that. Every single cove you could stick a man with a Bucky in, they're hiding there. Daimyo gets close, and it doesn't work. Zanzi and Garza absolutely just spraying through the smoke and going to get it. Skelis is playing nice and quick. It's just not enough. The Dizzy doesn't cover enough ground, and it's a disrespectful finish. Nevada with a flawless, almost no damage at all. Maybe one or two on the pinkies and toes of Brim there, but otherwise that looked like nice white bars. Here it is. Here it is.
Oh, baby. Oh.
Oh. Oh.
Come on.
Either way, it looks like they're playing rock, paper, scissors back there. No, they don't. They don't do it again. I guess right when you expect them to change, if they don't change, then it's a meta gameplay there.
I have never been more disappointed. Imagine
It's round
five Odins.
5 Odins. Ugh, one outlaw though? That's a weird one. Samu takes a very early round onto Damien, and you can hear him upset. He didn't get to be part of the action on what the team hopes to be the last round of the night. Oh, that was oh, look at that! He came running in after it. All the distraction, he was scoped in with the outlaw on that Boombot, just chasing him down. A couple classic fires, Prestige. Not staying true to his school here with the Bucky, but maybe it's all the distraction he needs. Now he's hanging out right around the corner. This could be it. This could be it. No, looks like they're not going to walk down that shadow of the valley. Oh, awkward. Just being caught in midair and, dare I say, doubling down with the blast pack.
Planted.
Not quite going to find it. Axel Shredder actually gets the plant off, which I knew was a demeaning call, but it's true. I did not expect things to stay nice and clean like this, but Boise State's players have instead pretty spread out. Garza with the pop. Absolutely jiggled out of there. Ooh. A disrespectful couple of shots onto the body. Telling him it is game, and here it is. This has been the pacing that we've seen. On 2 off 1, on 2 off 1, and sometimes they spend them on credit and come back to pay it up later, but Nevada is coming up on half the score.
3 Odins. I mean, you know, not as good as 5, but still 3 more than I'm used to seeing.
Yeah. I'm not going to look a gift horse in the mouth here. 3 Odins is...
Oh, this is
all in one
glorious.
for
Look at
Christmas.
this. This
Oh,
is,
what a
yeah,
setup.
this is the tower
Out
that
of the
from the
smoke?
parapet.
Wow, both at the same
just
time.
Empty that clip.
They are the Panopticon, and if you don't stay in your cell, you will be reported. Garza takes care of Roriana, and AJ takes care of Skelesis. Oh, Daimyo does have something to say. Lets the pot simmer down, 1 off each side. Boise State, Prestige finds one, getting greedy right down the middle. And this is just the angle to start coming ahead. As he is not, faces the wrong way. It's okay. It's a 50-50 gamble there, Master. Now last player. Guess what he's got? The Odin, and he's ready to use it.
Oh,
Pops the
showstopper
ult.
in it all.
Ooh, but it's not the right spot. He's not the right map. He needs to keep moving. And the plant goes down, giving him all the info he needs and all the convincing arguments a man would need to hear to use the teleporter and go careening into A site with the Odin. Walking in from the baths is an incredibly predictable angle. So what he's doing now is taking a real showdown. I'm surprised actually Nevada is way backed off of this, so he's going to get a chance to maybe even stick it to the half. How is he feeling? Can he do it? He gets the half, and the ult's called. Oh, all or nothing there, and AJ takes it. I'm surprised he didn't just run around the corner and try to burn through the clock on that one, but he thought he could drill him out of the sky before man could click left mouse 1. A bold call. Considering the warm-up and bloom on the Odin, I probably would have ran away, but you know how cool it would have been to take it? And that's probably what was in his mind. It's okay, Boise State just needs to not let the next 5 rounds slip, and it looks like here they're taking it a little bit more serious. They're getting hungry. They want to close this one out, finish off the night, and go see their parents.
3 ultimates up for Nevada, 2 for Boise State. They're going to use the first one immediately. The Viper Spit to close off A short. It's been a favored route of Nevada on their attack, and Skelis already opening up a 1-person advantage.
Okay. Your daily dose of chaos right there in the oh, someone tried a pushing timer and they got absolutely overwhelmed. Nevada, those pings are not quite working out. They're gonna send one lonely loner Samoa right through the fog. See if he can take a corner pick, but it's not gonna be there. Skelis is checking his corners respectably like a man ought to. Going to take care of that, no issues. Daimyo, another one. Skelis is even deeper into the forest here. Sends Wingman in to check things out. Oh, okay, he finds it. There it is, a nice flawless finish. Skelis with a 3-piece, bringing Boise State up to 13-7 for match 2.
And that'll do it. Boise State beats the Nevada Wolfpack in their Mountain West match. Got a little bit goofy there. I still can't believe they won a whole round with 5 buckies, but I never thought I'd see the day, but today is that day. So congrats to the Broncos for getting that win. Well, that was certainly probably the most colorful Valorant match I've seen in a long time.
Yeah, that's very true. We saw a lot of action. We saw some exciting all-bucky rounds, followed by a couple attempts at an all-owned round. It was a nice little setup there.
All right, well, that's going to do it for tonight. We'll leave you with the top 5 plays of the game, brought to you by the Idaho Army National Guard, who invites you to bring your impressive critical thinking skills into real time. They have a multitude of jobs with offer a $20,000 bonus and your degree of choice paid for. You can live here, work here, and serve here with Idaho Army National Guard. Reach out to them on Instagram at iGuardIdaho. That's going to do it for this Wednesday. We hope you have a good night. Enjoy your top 5 plays.
Harbor. A little bit of pre-fire. Look at this area all diced up. Very, very strong play to try to walk in, and it's the Siege. Coming in with the classic, and it works. He's ready to find a second one. Low health from a distance. He gets it around the corner, not ready to refuel. You can see that flying through with the Sheriff Prestige. Now, their job is to be a pain. They don't have to win this. Nice, they took it anyways. I was going to say, he has no health, has to back off. Garza playing through it all, finds one. Look for another on a Master, and he does it early round. Does not even cross over the middle, but Daimyo Skelis Prestige going absent. Does find one. Tuderes, they loosen the blow there. And Alex Shredder's already taken a defuse, but Rariana's still in the pit.
You
and
betcha.
there it is.